Okay, so welcome to the summer salad series, and today we are going to be doing our Greek salad two ways. My name is Melissa Sousa, and I am the Senior Rec Coordinator in the Athletics and Recreation Department. Senior Wellness, I haven't said that in a long time. I'm Senior Wellness Coordinator in the Athletics and Recreation Department, and excited to do a salad two ways and to bring you a recipe for a homemade vinaigrette, so that can be used as a marinade or it can be used on your salads. So let's get started. I'm going to show you, obviously I'm not going to take you to my barbecue today. So I already did a little bit of grilling. So here we've got our chicken and our grilled chicken that we're going to be using if we want. Again, some of these things are, you get to do this and mix and match and do what you like. So of course, this is if you want it to be a full meal. You can add your pita bread and some grilled chicken to your salads to add your proteins. You don't have to do it this way. You can also add protein by substituting out the pasta for some quinoa perhaps. That's another way if you're a vegetarian that you don't eat meat, that you could bring in the proteins to make it a full rounded meal. But today I do have some chicken to add in. It's my favorite way to make it. So I wanted to bring you guys my favorite way. So let's get started with doing it with our pasta salad. And I'll kind of do both at the same time as we go. So I've got my little bowl here because I'm kind of going to do a green salad for one is my plan. So, and I've also got a big bowl for our pasta salad. So you're going to need whichever one you're going to make. You'll need to grab that. Also a cutting board I have here, and I have all my ingredients, obviously, and a jar to make our salad dressing. Actually, let's start with that. We'll do our salad dressing first. So jar, I just grabbed a mason jar. I always use the plastic lids when I make my dressings because I find that with the regular mason jars, they have the metal, and the vinaigrettes tend to erode with metal, and it just isn't a nice, you really get a metallic taste to it. So I always go, the dollar store has these plastic ones. They also have these mason jars. They're just so great because you vigorously shake these salads. A glass container that, you know, pops on tight, kind of like a Tupperware container, but glass would work well as well. You don't need a mason jar per se, but this is what I make them in. And so today I'm going to tell you verbally, but I'm not measuring. This is how I cook. I'm easy peasy in the kitchen, and I get it. If you're following here, you might want a recipe. We will be posting the recipe after, but we'll also be emailing it out to any of you that have joined us through our summer recreation registration. So we'll send out that email so that you'll have all these the amounts that I've used, but I will read out what I typically do or what you can typically do. And of course, play with these things. That's what makes it fun. I've gotten these marinades and dressings down kind of to a T how I like them. So you need to do the same, right? Some people like them a little more oily than vinegar, don't like it as tart. But I definitely like my vinegar. So let's get started. We always start off with some EVOO, also known as extra virgin olive oil. And I like the light tasting when it comes to my salad dressings. With anything that I make, I really truly don't enjoy the strong olive taste. And that's not what I'm going for. I think if I was going to make something like a tapenade or something that would have, you know, where you'd want it to taste olivey, then maybe I would use it. But for this and for dressings and things, I don't like to use it. So I'm going to do that with my olive oil. Okay, so in a regular mode, you could do about a cup of olive oil because we want to use it for our marinade for our chicken, and we're also going to use it for our salad dressing. So most people, they kind of eyeball it here. Let's just see, here's pouring out. So when you can kind of see the colors mixing, right? So if I'm eyeballing in the recipe, it's 1/3 of a cup. So I always just, because red wine vinegar, which is what we're using here, is extremely strong. So it is a strong vinegar. So just be wary of that. So if you don't like vinegary taste, and this is what I do, guys. This is me measuring things out. So it's a cup, and 1/3 of a cup is really what, if you want to play with, because I'm also adding in a little bit more of a citric acid too with our lemon. So we're going to add in a little bit of lemon juice here. I like to add in about a tablespoon. And again, I'm guessing you don't have to do it to a T. You get to play with, you know, what you like. I'm just holding my hand over here to catch any seeds that may go in. This is me doing my straining the old school way. This is how our moms used to do it in the kitchen, right? Straining over, using our fingers to get the seeds while we juice stuff. I'm a mom now too, so maybe that is why I'm doing that. So adding some freshness, so that lemon will really bring out our flavors and the freshness of things. You know, that fresh citrus in salads and in the summer, it's kind of like a necessity in my book. So, so there's our base really. We'll do this at the end actually. Let's add in our flavors, if you will. So I will use something here just to show you guys what this looks like, but usually about half a teaspoon. I've got some garlic powder here that I usually add in. Yeah, about half, yeah, that looks about right, what I would normally do. So half a teaspoon of garlic powder. I also do half a teaspoon of onion powder. So it just adds a little, flavor to it. I think it's nice. So there you go. I also add in some parsley. I use parsley flakes on everything. And see, I probably do about 1 whole teaspoon there. And I do it more so, it's not flavor. That's not why I do it. It's really just for color. It really does add a really nice green punch to things, especially dressings, marinades, you know, tops of scrambled eggs even. This is just ground black pepper. Doesn't need to be freshly ground, but of course, fresh is best when it comes to our food. Really, truly is. So we've got some salt here as well, salt and peppers to taste. So, oh, hello. That may be good. So I usually do, yeah. That's about half a teaspoon. So that's typically what I'll put in anyway of salt. I like to salt my dressings and my marinades because then I don't put as much on top of my salads and into my meats because I already have it in the marinade. So, and then you need an emulsifier. So something that's going to bind your vinegar and your oil together. So in this recipe, we actually have two tablespoons, of Dijon mustard. This is me guessing. There's one, let's do that as 1 tablespoon. And let's do 2 tablespoons. It adds flavor. Again, it binds everything together. And if we shake it hard enough, it should stay together, as in it just doesn't separate again. So one other final thing that you can do, and you could add this in for your pita marinade as well if you'd like. I just take a garlic clove and I give it a smash. And I just smash it with the one end, and I don't chop it because I don't want chunks and bits of fresh garlic. It's very strong. I don't want it in my salad as I put it on top. A marinade maybe, but so then I just smash it and I plop it right in. So it's right in on top. So if that comes out and bring it on top of my salads, then what I do is I'll just, sometimes I just put these into one of those salads where it kind of has a little spout so that it stops the garlic from pouring out. Other times I just am careful that when I'm pouring it out, I don't get the garlic to come out. So then we shake. You shake it pretty good because, again, you want that vinegar to really get in there. Sorry, the mustard. You want it to do its job. And that's it, my friends. So there you go. You've got your whole, it's a lot, right? But you can put this on everything, all sorts of different kinds of salads and marinades, like I said. So I already made one of these earlier today, and I used that on our chicken breast. So as you can see, there is, and it was a marinade. You can see some of the parsley in there. You can see on this piece of grilled pita here, this lovely grilled pita, there is some of the olive oil. So what I've done for the pita, all I did was take fresh chopped garlic, so you can see it in there. I took about 2 tablespoons of our olive oil, and I put in half a chopped garlic clove, just as we used there that we smashed, but I chopped it. And then I just put in some parsley flakes again for color. And then I brushed it on top before I put it on the barbecue. So that was my quick and simple, adds a little touch of flavor, adds some niceness to the garlic. And again, because it's cooked on top, It's not as potent, so I'm okay with the chunks. So I chopped the garlic for that one. So that's our chopped garlic, and that would be again for our pita. So our dressings are done, and now it's time to make our salads. So let's move this out of the way. Salad two ways. So we're going to do a pasta salad. We're going to do a green salad. They're both going to be extremely similar. However, depends on you. So I would rather get my carb intake via a really tasty piece of bread. So pita. I find that having like your pita with a pasta salad is a bit too much for me. So I really enjoy the pita. So I'd rather have the salad. So that's why we're going to do a green salad. It's a little bit of a lighter version. And then we have a pasta salad. So if you just had the pasta salad with the chicken, again, you're looking at a whole well-rounded meal. If you're doing a green salad, a little lighter fare, you can add your chicken on there as well. And then again, if you want to add some pita to bring in your carb, you can do it that way. So let's start with some freshly washed greens. I have some green leaf lettuce here that I bought, nice big green leaves. You can do any of your leaves if you want. I only use this because they say with your veggies and your fruits, the deeper and more intense the color, the more nutrients and the better they are for you. So I know that iceberg lettuce is extremely light in color, right? Extremely, it's almost white. So I know that iceberg lettuce, you're getting a crunch, and that's really what people use the iceberg lettuce for. However, you're not getting very many nutrients. So I know that the green leaf lettuce is a little deeper in a green. So I know I'm getting a bit more nutrients than just an iceberg lettuce. And I just take it, chop. You can rip it. You can do whatever you like. This is just how I do my lettuce. I turn it after I've done that so that I don't get the big, embarrassingly long leaves as you take a bite. And then I'm just putting it in a one-person bowl here is what I'm doing. So like I said, we're going to do two ways, but this is one if we're doing it lettuce. Just chopped up fresh greens. And then I have 2 cups of already prepared pasta. So you just follow the box, obviously, and you pick whatever kind of pasta you want. So today I picked the cute little bow tie pastas because I think when you make a pasta salad, it looks super cute. I know that the other penne pasta is another nice one, although I find that you don't really want, the reason why you have those pastas is so that it absorbs the sauce. When you're having something like a pasta salad, I don't know if I'd do a penne. I really like penne noodles, but it's not, I don't want it all in the middle of my vinaigrette in the middle of each noodle. So that's another reason I chose to do a bow tie pasta. Again, you can choose whatever noodle you like. And I would do about 2 cups. Again, as I just mentioned a million times, I eyeball everything. So this is me eyeballing it, seeing how much maybe my kids will actually eat. But the recipe calls for 2 cups when I typically make it. So you're gonna either do 2 cups of pasta or a bowl of your greens. So we're here right now. And then we're gonna add our veg on top. Okay, so all we're gonna do is chop up some cucumber. I'm gonna move this so that you can see what I'm doing here. A very quick cucumber. Now, you can peel the cucumber skin if you'd like. I'm a very like just fly by the seat of my pants kind of chef, so I don't. I'm sure my kids wish that I did. It's just a little bit more bitter when you leave the skin on, and I'm okay with that. So I just take them in long like coats here, and then you give it a rough chop. Just kind of bite size is what you're thinking here, right? You're just chopping a bite size. I'm gonna do another kind of boat here. Do 4 across, and then I come across again to make them bite size so that they're easy and you don't have those embarrassing pieces. So I'm just gonna put some into our pasta bowl, and I'm gonna top a few here on top of the lettuce salad, the green salad, if you will. And again, if that's at this point, because I think I put half a cup of cucumber. If you decide that you want more, add more. If you're a cucumber lover, you want it to be majority cucumber, go ahead. Actually, that's the other thing. Like I've looked at recipes many years ago. I didn't look it up this time, but I'm 99% sure that a traditional Greek salad doesn't even have lettuce. It is literally just big chunks of red onion, tomato, and cucumbers. and still has your feta and your olive, but no lettuce. So if you would rather it with just all those veg in bigger chunks, by all means, go right ahead. Oh, how good do these look? Okay, so these are cocktail tomatoes. They're smaller, but they're tastier. I don't know if anybody's had, I know we're all kind of privy to like the grape tomato, or a larger tomato on the vine is a typical go-to tomato. But if you guys have not tried these like little baby cocktail ones, they're this big here. I already washed this one, by the way. So these guys are all washed. Beautiful, gorgeous, so tasty. Like, look how nice these are. I'm so excited to have these in our salad today, can you tell? So again, just a rough chop, however you like it. There's no recipe to chopping your veg, right? You just do you, whatever you enjoy, however you like it. I like it bite-sized, plus I'm making it for my kids, so I find if they're like smaller bites, somehow it's okay that it's a tomato. The bigger the bite, the worse, like they're not gonna eat it. That's what I find. So that's why I'm probably chopping it a little smaller than you might typically do. But that's what you're gonna do, is chop them all up here and toss them in your salad. So I'm gonna toss some here into our pasta salad. I'm also gonna put a few of these gorgeous tomatoes on top of our, and because they're so good and because I raved about them, I'm putting one more because they're so good. So yummy. And that's the thing about these summer salads, right? Is that it's all about fresh and light. And isn't that what like we want in summer meals? Like, this is the best thing about all you have to do is head out to the barbecue, or you can even grill indoors, right? They have these amazing grill pans that give you like the grill marks, and it's just a cast iron pan, but you get these gorgeous grill marks, because that's like the best part of the barbecue, right? Maybe it's the taste, I don't know. But the best part for me is just that it's fresh and light, and that's why we did this, and that's why I did this salad. It's a simple salad, but it is like, this is like a go-to. It's a staple in my house once a week at least. And then I do you saw the chicken that I've made. I do that because I use it for leftovers. I do it for pita salads, pita pockets for the girls. I do it, I have it with just some brown rice that I'll meal prep on Sundays, and steam some vegetables like broccoli and asparagus or whatever's seasonally fresh. And that way you can enjoy, all these pieces after as well. So I kind of do more than just enough chicken for the salads. I kind of do enough chicken for 5 people for a week. So that's just how I cook. I like to prep once, eat 5 times. I guess isn't the saying like eat twice, but I eat like 5 times. So here is some red onion. Do this however you like. So some people like a big chunky onion. Some people like it really thin. Some people like it sliced versus diced. However you prefer it, but honestly, don't skip this. And it's not, if you haven't had red onion is not as potent or invasive as a white onion or a Spanish onion, a yellow onion. It is not. So I really, you'll miss it. You really do miss it if you don't have the purple or red onion in here, whatever you want to call it. I call it purple onion, but, and I just sprinkle that on top. And then I also do, if that's not enough purple for me, this isn't really traditional, this is just more me. I have a purple cabbage in my fridge at all times because they last forever. And I just shave some purple cabbage. You can see the top of that coming off. And then I just kind of discard that a little bit because look how gorgeous and purple. Can you see that? It's so lovely. And it just adds a pop of color. It's also very crunchy. So, it adds a nice pop of crunch to, a green leaf salad or your pasta salad. And yeah, I think that's my favorite part. Well, maybe both. The crunch and color. I love it. Absolutely love it. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to sprinkle a wee bit on top there. And the purple gets messy in color. It's like a beet almost. And as we talked about those deep colors of our veggies and fruit, you know you're getting some good nutrients from that deep rooted purple. It's so deep and rich in color. You're getting some great nutrients from that too. So add that in. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop up some chicken. So at this point, here's where we're at. We've got our veg, we've added some into our pasta salad. We've also added it on top of our green salad. So from here, you can just throw on your dressing. You can call it a day. You've got yourself a pasta, kind of a vegetarian pasta, or you can add your protein here. So of course, I'm a big protein eater, and I'm privy to adding protein to our foods. So I'm just going to throw you back there so you can make sure you're seeing. I am going to grab any old chicken breast off of here, and I'm going to add it into my salads because I want it to be a full rounded meal. So I'm just generously slicing. I do kind of thick pieces. That guy's not slicing very nicely at the ends there. So I'm going to take that part off and add that piece on top and kind of, this is where I kind of played it a little bit. You want it to look nice, right? You don't want it to look like that chicken that I just chopped. I don't know what happened there, but it wasn't chopping very nicely. Maybe my knives need sharpening. What I also did, a little trick if you'd like, is when I made my, when I did my chicken, I slice it in half so it's thinner. So that was probably about 4 chicken breasts, but it looked like a lot, but they're thinner, and then they just cook. They cook a little faster. You have to be careful that you don't dry out your chicken that way, but, and then the little piece de resistance when it comes to our Greek salads is, of course, like the dun-dun-dun-dun part, is feta. Right? So feta cheese, I'm using full feta. And again, you can make this gluten-free. You can buy the gluten-free pasta. You can buy the dairy-free cheese. Like you can make all this. This is a great recipe for any of you that need to have some dietary restrictions. So I, again, because this is how I do in my house, people probably take this out and chop it. I literally go in and grab a chunk. So I'm grabbing a chunk out of the feta brine, and I'm just going to sprinkle on top right now. And I'm doing that on the pasta salad, but I'm not doing it on my greens just yet. So I'm going to add that, and you just crumble. I just crumble it as it goes in. And then I'm going to add my dressing. So now that I've made a complete mess of my kitchen, let's, so the salad dressing is staying together. So we did a good job with the binding. So that's good. And I usually do this and do a little taste test. Oh, it's tart. I can taste like a wee bit of onion, but that garlic is super nice. You can taste it. And obviously the longer you leave that, the better, right? Now, again, this is all up to you. You add as much dressing as you like, as you see fit for your salad that you would enjoy. I know that this makes an amazing meal, but it also is a great way to have leftovers for lunch. And if you need be, you just add another little splash of dressing. Now I'm going to go in and add my chicken here on top. Little pieces of chicken. And I'm also going to add some Kalamata olives. So I like these whole Kalamata olives. Yes, they still have the pit in them, but like, who cares? You just, they just taste better. They just do. So here they are. They're gorgeous in color. And I add in a big bowl like this, I might add like 5 to 7 olives because we're serving probably like at least 3 to 4 people there. And then I might sprinkle a wee bit more on. And you know me, for color, I like to add a wee bit of sprinkling of parsley flakes for some green fresh color. So that's it. This bowl could go straight to the table. Hope that you can see that. That is our pasta Greek salad. So yummy, so fresh, super delicious. Now we can top up our green salad. I'm not going to put the dressing on just yet because I won't be able to eat it later, or I can't eat it now, and then it's going to go to waste. So this will be my dinner later. So I would just add my dressing here. Then after my dressing, I would crumble on some of this delicious salty feta cheese. So good with the feta, you guys. So good with feta. Dry off my fingers. I know this is, people are like, oh, you're sticking your fingers in the olives. And I do. It's my house. You do you, and I'm going to do me. And I am somebody who doesn't care to stick my fingers in my own olives. So it's just me and my girls. So here is our Greek salad, and it's so yummy. What I'm going to do now, finally, for this salad, the piece de resistance is adding this pita. So it is so good. You get that thick, the Greek pita, and it's thicker, right? So when you grill it, you just, again, brush it with that, with the olive oil salad, or the marinade, I guess, that I had suggested. And you kind of add a couple pieces here, and it's nice and crispy. It's garlicky. And again, it adds that nice freshness to a amazing summer salad. So that would be a one-person full meal. You've got your proteins, you've got your carbs, you've got a meal on a plate. It's going to be my meal. It's going to be my dinner. So that is our final summer salad series salad. And I hope that you all enjoyed our series. I hope that you learned a few things. I hope that you'll have a few takeaways, and that you'll get into your own kitchens and test out some of the amazing and abundant fruits and veggies that we've got out there today. And at this time of year, we're very lucky. We've got so many amazing things to eat and to nourish our bodies. So I hope that everybody takes good care and that they enjoy the rest of the summer. Please stay tuned. We've got so many other great series and programming coming up. And I'm going to open it up now. If anybody has any questions, you can unmute yourself or you can type it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. No problem. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. I'm going to stop recording then, and I'm going to bid everybody farewell. Take good care. Be well. Bye-bye.